Joining us now on the line is Lanny Davis, former Clinton White House senior counsel and author of the book Crisis Tales. Lanny, good morning to you.
Good morning. Am I going to hurt your audience if I say I've actually missed you guys?
Okay. No, you won't. I was going to say I miss you too, Lanny, but no, I miss you. I'm kidding. I'm teasing. All right, Lanny. So here, I got to get right to it. So we hear that, there's going to be this select committee on Benghazi, and Democrats on Capitol Hill apparently cannot decide as yet whether they're going to actually participate in this investigation, whether they're going to be partners with the Republicans in trying to find the truth about what happened with the death of 4 Americans in Benghazi. But the Democrats apparently are going to run a spin operation. You're going to head it up. You're going to be right outside. So they're not going to really, participate apparently, but they are going to spin. Tell us why you decided to set up a spin operation and who's funding this operation.
All right, first of all, you got it a little wrong, but the first part you got wrong is that the Truth Squad is set up to monitor your program. So that's the main focus.
All right, thank you. Well,
right.
that's good to know.
Seriously, I did this myself, and I did it on a spur of the moment in the middle of a program on Megyn Kelly. And I did it because in 1997, so the Democrats aren't behind me. No other potential presidential candidate is behind me. And nobody's funding me because I'm not spending any money.
Well, who is Correct the Record?
It's my vocal cords. And what I'm doing is the same thing I did in 1997 for President Clinton. I'm stationing myself outside of the hearing room. I'm not going to use adjectives. I'm not going to attack Republicans. I'm not going to impugn motives. I'm just going to put facts out. And I think the Republicans should welcome that.
You're going to work with a group called Correct the Record. Who are they and who funds them?
Well, they're funded by lots of individuals, but I am working with them, relying on facts they'll provide me, but I'm also working with many other people who have facts. For example, the Senate Intelligence Committee published a report. It was bipartisan, Republicans and Democrats, 81 pages, some of it classified, and they put out this report that I'm going to rely on, as well as the people from Correct the Record.
Well, why can't the Democrats...
Anyone with facts... is all I'm looking for are facts.
Well, then why can't the Democrats on Capitol Hill, who are elected officials, by the way, last time I checked, why can't they go into the hearing room and be involved in discerning what is truth and what is not?
Well, I certainly want them to be there because I think a one-sided argument is never a good thing. But let's everybody understand this fact, that the chairman of this committee, special committee, Mr. Gowdy, has not committed to the Democrats that they can be present during depositions, that they will have a say in who gets subpoenas, or at the very least that they will be involved in the questioning of witnesses, and they will, at the moment, not even be allowed to be present when witnesses are being interviewed. So if everyone understood that this type of system is not going to be fair and not going to allow the Democrats to at least participate, then you'd have to understand why they're reluctant. But my view is I'd rather have them in the room than outside of the room.
Lanny, so glad you're here. I actually embrace your involvement here. This is a great thing. 2 quick things. First of all, I'm glad I can provide information for you. You said, when we asked Correct the Record who funds them, you said by a bunch of people. Actually, it's very specific. There's a PAC out there called American Bridge 21st Century. Have you ever heard of them?
Yes, and they have thousands of grassroots contributors.
Okay, but very specifically, American Bridge 21st Century Political Action Committee, they're the ones who are funding Correct the Record, the group you're working with.
They're funded by grassroots people all over the country. So I agree with you that, yes, they're funding, and it's a great organization, because all they do is put facts out, and that's really all I do.
Well, actually, if you look at Correct the Record, when you say put facts out, Correct the Record's homepage actually says that they are specifically there to help Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, and other Democratic leaders.
Yes.
So that's not just putting the facts out, it's putting facts out in support of 3 people.
It's about Democrats. I'm a Democrat, and I'm for Hillary Clinton if she runs for president. I don't disguise my partisan English. I just want to focus on facts, and I'm telling Republicans, and you guys know me, I don't use adjectives, I don't attack people.
So this is great, and here's the reason why I embrace this, because I have so many unanswered questions, and I want facts, and I'm afraid that we haven't been able to get facts, so you can provide facts. So here is a question that I have. Actually, Chairman Gowdy is asking the question on my behalf, and you can give me the facts. Give me the facts on this one, Lanny.
Do you know why requests for additional security were denied?
What's the answer to that? Why were requests for additional security denied?
Excuse me?
I'll have the chairman ask you the question again. Here's the question, and you can give me the facts.
Do you know why requests for additional security were denied?
Do you know the answer?
The answer is that the Senate Intelligence Committee found that there were mistakes and faulty judgments made by mid-level State Department people in denying extra security.
No, we know that. The question is why.
And
why?
The Senate Intelligence Committee said there were misjudgments, and they were not intentional, but they were misjudgments. There were misjudgments made by the CIA when it came up with the expression.
But Lanny, we know that. The question is why. The question is why.
There were misjudgments. There were mistakes.
All right. Fine. You're going to repeat the same thing, but that doesn't answer it. Here's another question. Here's a question for you.
Do you know whether the president called any of our allies and said, "Can you help? We have men under attack"? Can you answer that?
Can you give us a fact on that?
I don't know who he called. I know that the Defense Department in the Senate Intelligence Committee report, which, by the way, was bipartisan, Republicans agreed with what I'm about to say. The Senate Intelligence report found that the military and the Defense Department were asked to come in and help. And
that's not the question. Do you know if the president called our allies? Possible. But the question is
in the Senate Intelligence Committee report. So that's a good place for you guys to start.
Right.
And Mr. Gowdy apparently hasn't read the Senate Intelligence Committee report,
because the question...
Because a lot of these questions
Lanny,
are answered.
No, Lanny, that question, you just yourself said you don't know who President Obama called, and I think it's worth asking that question. Here's another one. You can get, because you're in charge of the facts now. You're going to be giving all the facts out. So here's a question, and I would like the fact.
Do any of you know why Susan Rice was picked? The Secretary of State did not go. She says she doesn't like Sunday talk shows. That's the only media venue she does not like, if that's true. Why was Susan Rice on the 5 Sunday talk shows?
Do you know why, Lanny?
I don't know why. That's a question that maybe Mr. Gowdy is interested in. I would love to know why he's interested in it, but I will certainly try to find out. I believe that as the ambassador to the UN, that she was one of the, when I was at the White House and we had a Sunday talk show, we didn't always go to the Secretary of State. We often went to the UN ambassador. So
but Lanny,
those are two alternative surrogates to talk about foreign policy on Sunday morning.
But here's an interesting thing, Lanny, and it's specific to Libya. Just about 8 months before, when Gaddafi was found and killed and he was overthrown by rebels on the ground in Libya, guess who went on the Sunday talk shows to celebrate that and to talk about the great victory we had? It was Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. She went on the shows that day. Why didn't she go on the shows when her ambassador was killed?
Okay, I didn't say that the UN ambassador and the Secretary of State are exclusively on Sunday shows. I said they're either or. I don't know why this particular weekend Susan Rice was chosen.
All right.
I think it's worth finding out.
I have some theories.
Very practical reasons about availability, who is best up to speed.
No.
Conspiracy
I may be. Lanny, Hillary Clinton said she doesn't like going on those shows. Okay, you know what? We're excited that you're going to be in charge of the facts, and we're going to have you back
because,
often.
We won't even have to think. All we have to do is just go out and listen to the truth from the Truth Squad. Lanny, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Truth Squad, too, so people are going to ask me about you guys, and I'm going to try to defend you. It's a heavy lift, but I'll try.
Trust me, we defend you all the time.